Hello, Scorpio. It's your turn for your reading for the month of April. I hope all of you are doing well. I'm going to be reading for the first, second, third, and fourth week of April. But first, I'm going to read the runes for you about messages coming in and to prepare you for the month ahead. All right. The first one is Thursday's gateway, the location of non-doing, with the symbol of the gateway of the rune, shows that there is work for you both inside and outside of yourself. Thuras is the rune of non-doing. Therefore, the gateway is not to reach or to pass through without contemplation. This rune reinforces your patience. Now is not the time to make decisions. Thuras conversely requires contemplating. Urgent decisions may be regretted later on, probably because you are acting out of weakness. And then the second one is Tarat Taraz, warrior of energy. The god tool is the rune of spiritual warriors. The fight is always the limiting ego. His will is strengthened by the act, but the warrior outcome, and he always knows that he cannot do anything but hinder himself because the will of heaven will prevail. These are all his marks. This rune also contains the energy of the distinction. Patience is the virtue of this rune. You are asked to look inwardly, to dive down to the foundation of your life. If you dedicate your questions to a certain case, an idea, a certain way, the warrior rune recommends perseverance. Even if it sometimes endures, it is required in the form of patience. What are your priorities? How do you use your energy? The rune Tawaz stands for courage and devotion. And the last rune is Sawel or Solwell. I'm trying to say it. Solwell, wholeness, vitality, the energy of the sun. This rune stands for wholeness. So for that which our body needs, it embodies the impulses for self-knowledge as a great power rune. Solwell shows that the life force can be available for you and that there is a time to recharge and regenerate again. Here again, a warning of being too cocky. Meditate on Christ's words, I can do nothing of myself. From our own strength, we cannot do anything. So it looks like a lot of self-healing, a lot of inventory on yourself, and trying to grow and process things, I feel like, for you, Scorpio. For the first week of April is the Five of Swords, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Four of Wands. So I feel like there's something you need to adjust or cut out in your life. It could be something that you're holding on to. It could be letting go of things that aren't working for you. Also, to the Five of Swords, it's a card about a guy who, is laying down his swords but holding three of them. So maybe you're in a period where you're trying to lay down your swords on something, maybe trying to let go of something. And it looks like with the Ace of Cups in reverse, it could be an offer. It could be a new beginning that you're trying to let go of. Maybe you're in resistance to change. But also, too, the Ace of Cup in general is about the universe giving you an opportunity. It could be a golden opportunity. It could be something coming in from the universe, but with it being reversed, it could be like, nothing's clear. And then the Four Wands, this is a card about relationships, celebration. Maybe you have a celebration coming up. Maybe something involves family of some sort. But I just feel like there's something you need to be looking at when it comes to relationships, when it comes to things that are unclear that you may need to look at and cutting out when it comes to a love dynamic, when it comes to offers or new beginnings. Maybe it's that what you're trying to come in a relationship. And then the second week, you have the Lovers, the Three of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. So I feel like with that, with the first week, you could be calling in a soulmate. This is a twin flame card. It's also a card of Gemini. So there could be a strong love dynamic situation, especially with the Three of Cups. That's a card of celebration. That's a card of friendship, partnership. So there could be a partnership coming in for the third week, or the second week of April, that is strong connection. But it looks like with the Eight of Cups in reverse, there's highly sensitive emotions, and you guys are very intuitive and very emotional type of people. It could be a water sign that you're dealing with, but it looks like with it being in reverse, there's something you need to let go, something that's not working, something that is very emotional when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to those that you really care about. And especially with this dynamic, there's, maybe your feelings need to be, something needs to have your attention. Maybe when it comes to a love dynamic, a twin flame dynamic, when it comes to a partnership, maybe you want to get in a partnership, but there's something you need to look at, there's something you need to let go, or maybe you're walking away from something that is a very strong connection, something of that effect. I feel like for the third week, you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and then the Four of Cups. So I feel like you're trying to work together with someone, possibly a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But it looks like it's not coming together. And this also could be your emotions you're carrying. So you're overly emotional, you're overly sensitive when it comes to working with people, when it comes to working with third-party situations. But I feel like with the Four of Cups, it's saying there's a disappointment with that. So maybe when it comes to trying to work with someone, especially a water sign or something, there's a disappointment. It could be something you recently experienced where you were trying to work with a water sign, or someone with a very emotional, or you were trying to work with someone and you got your emotions maybe twisted up in some way, and it caused a disappointment. So you're looking back possibly on the past, or you're just trying to work together with someone and it's not working very good. So that's why the disappointment's there. And then the last week of April, you have the Two of Cups in reverse, the Hermit, and the Eight of Wands. So it looks like when it comes to soulmate dynamic, love dynamic, very strong bonds with people, looks like there's an imbalance. It could be with this person that you were trying to work with, or someone that came in the second week, and maybe someone else is coming in the second week or the last week of April, and it's a strong connection, but there's no go on that, because you're having to go within, you're having to re-examine things, kind of like what the rune was saying. You're going to have to do a lot of inventory when it comes to your strong connections, and strong connections with people that can be sensitive in some way. But it looks like there's communication. So maybe a communication with a soulmate, maybe with someone in your relationship department. There's communication, but there's a lot of going within. And maybe you want to talk with someone that you're strongly connected with, but maybe you feel like it's a hopeless cause, especially when you have a Hermit by it. So you want to communicate, or there's fast communication coming in when it is a soul dynamic, soul love dynamic, or someone you're close to, but it's maybe there's no go on that, but you're feeling like you want to communicate, or someone's coming to you to communicate, or there is communicate when it comes to a love dynamic. That's what I'm feeling for you, Scorpio. Bye-bye.